and welcome back straight into the heat of the battle. And to guide you through the story that we have lined up for you next, I have none other than Forsen. Welcome back in, Forsen.
Thank you, man. It's good to be back.
It was probably tense for you to stay on the sideline there. I know you kind of wanted to cast the previous match. It was so mental. What is your take on it? Would you have liked to seen better done, perhaps?
Well, there were a lot of teams dying to the gas based on their position. They were fighting in that town very close to the hill, and a lot of them were not calculating how fast they could go through, the crash course and the obstacle course of the city. Yeah. So a lot of them actually died to the gas, just being later without being fired upon, just dying from the gas. So I feel like a lot of people should have taken that into their calculations when running, that there are a lot of obstacles. You have to jump over a lot of walls and stuff, and they barely didn't make it outside the circle. So the teams on the hill had a really good chance of just picking them off if they come out, low from the gas. That's
a very good point, actually, that Forsen is bringing out. Oftentimes in competitive matches, what we see when fights strangle one town, especially late game, when you're forced to push out at that time and you don't really have the options to go on the sides because the circle is so small that anywhere you go, you're going to meet a team. Oftentimes in competitive match, we see these teams actually dying to the blue because they have to fight off each other.
Exactly.
While the teams that are outside, they're nice and safe and cozy. We see this way too many times. And again, smokes, a very, very powerful, not weapon, utility that you can have in your arsenal to get out of that situation and to put yourself in better timing, as you put it. They leave it to the last very second, and that ends up hurting them. Those late blue circles, they ain't nothing to frick with.
Yeah, and it's also a very low FPS area, that specific area. So it's very hard for them to play correctly there.
Jasnaya drop Framiana, right?
Yeah, exactly. We see these scores from after the third game here, and it's looking fairly close anyway. From the top teams, they got 9 kills the second place, and the first team got 4 kills.
Yeah.
So they got very close in score, and as well as the third team, Ghost Gaming. It's a lot of kills, not quite as many kills as we've seen in the first 2 games, but
surprising.
Yeah, I think it's because of the gas.
What?
Gas kills.
Oh, yes. Yes, that is a good point. Yeah. That is a good point. And there we go. This is the score, the current result from all of the 3 matches played out. We still have 2 more to go, with one starting in a few moments. But until we get to that one, we see that the first place is indeed taken by Ghost Gaming. However, Team Totality very close to them. 2 NA teams actually on the very top line there. If you would ask me before, I'm a bit of an EU player myself, and I would have told you that EU is going to be dominating the top side there. It's actually just Havo Gaming on the 3rd place from the EU. Of course, Gorilla Core as well, Theater of Mayhem as well, Pentasport as well, Noble again NA. But still, the top 2 teams, they're not doing too bad for them. So 480 and 420 points, respectively.
And now we're going back to the NA servers, I believe. This is the 4th game, so we're back to NA.
Yeah, we will be indeed. We swap them back and forth just to give fair advantage to everyone there. But this isn't necessarily a disadvantage to anyone because they're hosted by Amazon, I do believe. They're hosted in a location that permits you to play NA, of course, if you're from Europe, or EU if you're from NA. So
there's almost no difference.
Yeah, yeah. At the start of the game, there is a bit of a lag, but this is competitive match, so you won't see any action at the start of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Ideally. Everyone is just holding their own and looting as much as they can.
Exactly.
Doesn't really take any fight, It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, there we go. It's still a fair game to everyone. It will be a fair game for the 4th match, not the final one. We got 5 today, just to remind you at home. And an interesting point to make right now: most of the organizations, or most of the tournaments happening so far, often put 3 matches. These are the most common tournaments that I usually cast for. This is a bit of a tour de force, or a kind of a marathon run rather than a sprint for these pro teams, because they're not that used to best of 5s, or not best of 5s, but 5 matches in total. Yeah. So we have to see in this 4th match if they can still keep their focus.
It's not about who's the best player necessarily. When it comes to a series of 5, it's a lot about stamina. Exactly. Your mental stamina, your physical stamina. It might be late, it might be early for some people. So it's mostly about being, clear in your head in these last 2 games.
Exactly.
And not letting the earlier game affect you too much.
Absolutely, because PUBG is a very, very taxing game. You get tired mentally very, very quick from it. Not in matchmaking as you normally play casually, but in these matches where adrenaline is also a factor, it can get quite addictive as well. Then yes, indeed, it will become an issue. Now, plane dropping in for the fourth match. We are live into it, and we are seeing a bit of an unfair trajectory favoring the south side indeed. All of the north area is going to be avoided, with the exception of George, where we most likely will see Penta go for.
And I think this is the first time we'll see two teams going for military right now, which will be Kinguin and which is the other team?
For military, that's Bing Bang Bong.
From Onslaught.
There you go. That is exactly correct.
So they're going to fight for this top tier compound right now, early on in the game. We see a couple teams landing at Milta as well, so there's going to be a team fight over there, I believe.
Pistola time as well with one of his teammates there from Onslaught, refusing to go in with Bing Bang Bong. Bing 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 Bang.
He's
bang, bang.
Instantly going for the vehicle and probably going to join up with them, but the vehicles are super important, so if he can get a vehicle early, that's amazing.
And again, we see a bit of a battle for George South. G2 don't want to let go of that position. Penta Sports are going to be in there as well. We do see G-Core going, of course, for the favorite, Small and Big Milta. This time, Small Milta has been taken by a different squad, so they won't be able to get in there. But yes, military might just have a bit of an action coming in, but we will see a bit of a circle. The first circle showing itself quite soon. Until we get there, though, let's have a look at the current action. We're specking. I'm not too sure. Let's find out who we're spectating. Profi. Okay, there we go. From Ghost Gaming, that is. Oh, look at that circle.
That's
that's a son of a gun, man.
There's a lot of people in that circle already, but it's so much water area. Yeah, exactly. It's half water, which means that a lot of people are going to be killed off earlier than the other games. Most likely this game. And someone just got knocked out from falling. Did they get run over?
It might have been just a motorbike. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay.
The 3-seater. Never a good idea, man.
It is not the easiest vehicle to control, for sure.
And they are so unfortunate because they're the furthest from the circle.
Yeah, that is unfortunate indeed.
Yeah.
The teams down at military should be facing each other fairly soon. We have the people looting their apartments, one each, and then on the east side of military we have Onslaught, just looting up tower, factories, whatever they can get.
Yes, that's going to be Onslaught versus Kinguin, of course. We do know that Kinguin didn't have a very, very good chance so far. They didn't have a great run into the game. Perhaps they can work something into this match here. Perhaps they can drive Onslaught away. It does look like Onslaught don't need to be driven away. They're making their own escape out of military zone. They would rather not choose to fight. And this is, again, a recurring theme in competitive. Teams would rather play for placement rather than going in all crazy, all nuts, even if the points are very good at this moment in time. But look at this one. It is indeed Havu Gaming versus
Team Random.
Yeah. And they will be finding this one out, it seems.
Yeah. I feel like at this stage of the series, the team that are behind are going to be the most aggressive ones because they need to catch up some way, and it's most likely going to be through killing points.
True.
So the higher placed teams right now are going to play more passively, and the ones that are a little bit behind are going to go for those kills and just gamble on the fact that they can get a win if they do it correctly.
Yep, that is correct. Now, it does look like there are some shots fired here by Team Havu Gaming against their opponents, Team Random. Nothing connecting just yet, though. Spider took a bit of a damage there, but his teammates are doing quite fine. Spider holding on to his aggressive angle there, and Lenso actually has a bit of a peek.
Yeah, they're drawing a line here in the middle of Milta, making sure that no one crosses each other's side. Not necessarily wanting to fight, but just holding on their compound so the others can loot behind them.
Yeah, good point. And Lenso now top of the spear for his team now is going to be guarding that area, making sure that Team Random don't have a safe exit if they try to get too close to his own teammates. But Lenso is actually not that far towards his teammates, but there is one member from Havu Gaming on the south side of Milta who's not doing very, very good. And it does look like he might get swarmed in. It kind of looks like Team Random are making their way towards Bikini Model here. And Lenso, though, in the meantime, does spot Spider, brings him into quarter health. And this might put Team Random back onto their heels towards Lenso.
Absolutely, and It's very important not to lose your helmet as well, because in the middle of a fight you cannot go loot it while supporting your teammates. So not taking too much damage, especially not the helmet, is very important right now.
Bikini spotted his enemies, and now he chose to retreat. He was just doing a play for information. And this is a smart thing, because look at where his teammates are on the minimap there. Not too close to him. So in case he gets down, that's going to be an insta-kill. 14
For sure.
random. Yeah.
Right now, backing off. Maybe he's going to try and loot these buildings right now. It's fairly safe, but still, they're getting chased by 2 people here. And it's actually going to be a fighter, probably. Celis TV is very close, and they can almost see each other right now. And I think Celis TV spotted him without firing there, waiting for a better position. He's coming up towards the tower right now, on the other side of the wall, trying to get a good position. But maybe he's actually turning our way, so he didn't actually spot him. So now they don't know where he is.
Yeah, but I think he's heard them, because he definitely stopped opening that door. He had a bit of a moment. Do I open the door? Do I not? He doesn't.
Yeah.
And now he's just going to freeze where he is. As soon as he makes one step, then his enemies are going to know exactly where he is. So hopefully what he's trying to do here is set himself into a 1v1 duel with each of these players. Because if they peek him at the same time, then he's out of it.
Yeah, he's just waiting for them to loot this house, unaware of him being there in the staircase. This is really good play by Bikini Model here. And he has no idea. He's going to get the jump on him right now.
There we go.
And that's a quick kill. Denying
That's
information.
And he does a smart thing. He actually chooses to reposition. He's got the support of one of his teammates there, so that's going to be coming in huge for him. And that's going to be a very, very good one. He might just make it out of this one alive, but no, he's taking a bit of damage. Half-life onto Bikini Model, as Stealth TV does watch on that angle. Stealth's coming in with a double-barreled, a very powerful weapon.
Very, very powerful. As long as you hit that shot, it should be good. But he needs some backup here from the teammate.
He doesn't know.
Ooh, from the side, gets knocked out, and he's going to be killed shortly after.
And that shows you the power of playing with your team. Bit of a crossfire setup there. They knew where Bikini Model was, but they had no idea that Enso was that close to them as well. So right now, Halfway Gaming doing great, getting out of this duel without any sort of problems. Somewhere else on the map, it does look like Penta got themselves out of the duel with G2 for now. It's going to be nice and quiet. Most of the teams are either in or making their way into the circle now. And as we do see that, teams making their way past the bridges. No trolling in competitive matches.
No trolling.
No bridge camping, nothing of that sort. Maybe in GLL we might see this one, because kills are rewarded that much higher. But I don't think it's going to be quite a viable method that teams would go for, just bridge camping.
Yeah, they don't really have the information of how many teams went military. So it's kind of, if there are more than 2 teams there on that island, then of course you're going to try and bridge camp. But since you don't have the information, it's not worth taking the risk and wasting time looting, camping the bridge.
True. Good point indeed. Now, James, with his teammates, they actually have a super strong point. Teams actually love this place right here. This top antennas.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about this earlier, where
it's a divot, perfect divot actually.
People favor these ridges and hills over compounds at this stage. It's so much more safe against grenades and different kind of snipes.
Yeah, that is a very, very good point. And we do see a competitive level. Actually, this is a new thing for them. The center strat is normally played towards compounds, but there are some new innovative teams. For example, I know as an IGL Raptor is trying to push this strat for his team. Instead of going for compounds, they do go for these little divots, which, as you say, provide a much, much better and unexpected type of cover that your enemies wouldn't really suspect that you'd be in. So we do see Ibiza making this. Why am I saying Ibiza like I'm there? It's Ibiza coming in to an enemy squad, but still Penta taking some shots towards their enemies as well.
Penta's been really good at really getting to the center of the circle fast in previous games too, and I think it's going to benefit them a lot here, because in this circle, not only is there a lot of water, but there's also some dead zones, like the mountain, for example. You don't really want to be on top of the mountain. You get easily sniped from a lot of angles.
Oh,
wow.
Wait, what happened there? Frost is knocked out by Galaxy from Team Blank.
He does not know what happened there.
No idea. Look at this. Look at how fast they reverse. Look at how fast they position their UAZ there to support their fallen teammate. Not going to be too bad, of course. He's going to get the heal. He's going to get first aid kit in there. Galaxy with the S12 long range.
Yeah, you don't really see that too often.
No, but oh, look at this one. He's still taking shots. And he does connect with Ultra. Now James left to defend that one.
I feel like this position that he's in right now on top of this small shed is a bit risky though from behind if anyone were to approach.
They don't
But
care, man. This is Team Blank right now that we're looking at.
Yeah.
They have zero chill when it comes towards being safe or playing it by the book.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Dude, these guys are, they're memers. They're dreamers. And they're IRL streamers. So there you go. They're not, though. But yeah, Team Blank doesn't really know what it means to be chill.
Yeah. And
Somewhere else, though.
the circle is closing in as well, and a few teams are actually in the blue right now. Still,
Oh, Ibiza. What happened there, Ibi?
he's waiting for his Uber driver. Wait. Yeah, he's kind of stuck there. Feel like he's low on health. It doesn't seem like he has any healing.
None. None whatsoever. Otherwise, he would have used them so far.
Yeah, not even bandages.
All he's got is a dream and a meme.
And Brotherman Bill's here on top of this hill, having him pinned down. It's only a couple more hits at most for him to get down and killed. Ghost Gaming standing strong here.
And Ibiza might just make it out of there. He goes back into the UAZ. He doesn't really have a choice to do anything else. He will group up with his teammate who will drop him some heals, perhaps bandages if they don't have more. Tyrone as well from G2 has been knocked out. And he might just end up dying. But Clayton, look at this one.
Going
His
for that.
teammate doesn't- Yeah, it doesn't really matter that his teammate got downed. He's a bit too far from him. Instead, he's going to go for... Oh,
it's an
nice.
AWM.
Yeah, man. That's not too bad indeed.
And a level 3 armor on
Yep.
top of that.
And the Forex to slap it on that AWM and just get the frags that you need to get. Nice. Very nice loot by G2. No, still, they did lose Tyrone.
And
Was it worth it? I ask you.
I don't know. You don't ever want to lose Tyrone. He's MVP, man.
He's super fresh, man.
Yeah. Theater of Mayhem, though, still in Jasnaya, looting in the gas right now.
They're doing what they need to. They're taking the noble approach from last game there. Counterculture. Taking shots at G-Core. G-Core couldn't be bothered less. No problem, no sweat. 7.62s on the SKS of Counterculture. Very hard to connect long range.
Especially with the holographic.
Especially with the holographic.
But, you know, all it takes is one hit. If he's a bit damaged, you know, and in the head, you get knocked out.
If he's a
So
bit
you might as well
damaged,
gamble.
Hopefully he's not damaged in the head.
Yeah.
Picari skipped in here towards the first white, which in the meantime has become the first blue. However, this one, still 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. So, of course, Jula and his or her own team will have time to get some heals.
Yeah, Assumit lobby, that is.
So professional, man. I love that you did your homework, man. Look, Forsen, you know your stuff, bro. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta prepare, right?
Yes. You have to prepare.
And getting killed there, so close to the water. Nowadays, you can't really go in the water when you're knocked out because you still take damage from drowning.
Yep, exactly. So that's damage on top of damage. So, yeah, you definitely don't want to be under there. We do see some shots being taken towards Habu Gaming. They're a bit low on HP, but they seem to be alive. In the meantime, it looks like FlyQuest are in a bit of a doozy. And their UAZ exploded. Head thrower coming in from a bit of fire. They're trying to swim his way through, but he's not going to have any kind of an opening there. Again, another team that has kept Ibiza at bay. Ghost Gaming now are keeping FlyQuest at bay.
Yeah, 4 players still on that hill, which apparently is a very good hill. I rarely go there, but it seems really good in squads.
It is very good, yes. It's not a lot of surface on the top. It's very kind of nipply.
Yeah, and you can't really get backstab at all because it's only water behind them. So.
Yeah. True, but you do see all around you, so that's very, very important. A bit of a fight. Another one going down close to the ruin. I don't know what to call them.
Ruin area?
Ruin area. No, yeah, the ruin offline course. That's a very hard one.
Wow.
Wee!
That was a sick
Finally.
shot there. Yeah.
Finally, she holds true to the name, man. Andrea Recht you, as Calibun indeed gets shredded to bits. Good night, sweet prince.
It's pretty good. Scar. Brewing strong. I saw some statistics earlier where in the tournament where Scar was the most used weapon.
First used weapon.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
In terms of kills.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yes. You are correct indeed. Pros prefer the Scar for good reason. It seems like
Yeah.
they are getting the frags with them. And look at how much damage Ghost Gaming are able to do from their top position, and they're really putting down the screws to anyone that's on the unfortunate enough to be on the beach side. And it looks like there is a team in there.
Is there someone in the water there from FlyQuest? I think
Yeah,
so.
it is.
He's going for the airdrop, but
Oh, no, that's Clayton. That's G2.
yeah, but there's another.
What is he doing all the way there?
Oh, he's
Oh,
nice.
underwater fist fight.
Huh.
I'm calling it. It's not possible, but it would be awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's just
okay.
he's going to camp the outer edges of the water circle there, just for safety in case the team dies. You know.
Oh, look at this one, though. Team Blank against Penta Sports. There's a bit of a nade coming in here, and that nade might just connect beautifully. So,
that
Gaxi
is
coming in with that one.
sure gonna cause a lot of damage.
Frost knocked down to one quarter of his life and now taken out by NBS. That's a bit of a knockout, though. James is still alive in this one. However, Velness has been knocked out himself. So while Pybus is busy doing that one, James could go for a bit of a different perspective, but he doesn't know. So he stays on to his Baron and UAZ while Gaxi and NBS pin him down. I think this is the end of Pentasports, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be really hard to take cover from all the angles, and he needs.
Oh, James.
Oh, it's another team.
No, James had a bit of a... Well, he
he
had
got-
a little life left in him before he went down.
okay.
He knocked out Gaxi, but it's done.
It's done.
Yeah, that's Penta, man. Do you feel bad?
I'm a bit surprised. I don't know if they picked that location to camp or if they just got knocked out from the car and they had to stop.
I think they had to stop. I think
Yeah,
Team Blank
because
were there.
it seems like a weird position to stop your cars at.
Oh, my favorite.
Grossa, it's insanely good, especially with that
Theater of Mayhem.
silencer. Just feels so good shooting with it.
Wait. Katastic didn't... Oh, he didn't spot this one.
Maybe they spotted it and said, "Fuck it." Maybe it's probably looted, right?
Yeah, could have been. It could have been that. But it does look like Theater of Mayhem still passing that area. Avenger might go for the road. And if he does that, he will have himself a nice Rosa to work with here. Of course, nobody else being in that area there. Cole Dementa now, taking shots. Cole Dementa, of course.
From the G Lab Penguins.
Nice.
Thank you. You
Yeah.
taught me well.
I taught you well, indeed. Yes, another very, very good team from the EU, the G-Lab Penguins. Had a bit of a slump lately, but the potential for these boys is huge. I remember actually starting casting a few months ago, and every play was done by them. So, ooh, check this one out though. Bit of a battle there, Smithy. He's got to be knocked out by Panda. I do believe that the Panda from Azimuth Lobby is the last one staying alive for his own team. No, Jula's there to help him out as well. Panda's taking shots from a different perspective. That might be from Ghost Gaming from afar.
Yeah,
Or no, it's Nop Nop.
He kind of gave away his position there, trying to finish off the crawlers, and yeah, Team Totality
Yeah,
making
coming in
sure
with the-
that they take advantage of that.
Yeah, that nobody comes out alive from that duel. Yeah, there you go. Team Totality putting on the screws. Jula, they're still alive with their teammate. And they're actually going to be almost full. They are a full squad. Iggy Drop's still alive as well. Nop Nop left alone. Nop Nop.
It is important.
Who's there?
Yeah, who's there? I don't know.
It's Nop Nop.
No.
Yeah.
But it is important to finish off the knocked out players because you don't want them kill stolen, you know. So
Yeah.
it's a risk you're going to have to take, even if you make a lot of sun.
Right now, look at this one. He is in no safe place.
Oh nope, just died.
Yeah. I don't know what he's going to be doing here. He goes for a bit of a bathe, a bit of a swim, cleansing himself of the impure thoughts that he's having about killing his enemies.
Yeah.
Not going to be happening, though. As soon as he peeks out, at least one of the lads is going to...
He has the cover of the boat, so whenever he has to take some deep breaths, you know, he can chill behind it.
They haven't spotted him, though. They don't seem to be looking towards where he... Are they?
Oh really?
Yeah, look at them. They're crouching, Q&E, doing the jizzy dance.
That's
Jazzy,
true.
jazzy feet.
They might think that boat is a spawn.
This could be insane if they all go for the boat
But
and he's the
no,
fifth in
they're,
that boat.
they're throwing grenades right now.
Oh,
they,
yeah,
they
you're
know
right.
what's up.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
There's no reason to go for the boat in the first place, though, as well. Bing Bang Bonk also gets knocked out by SWAT somewhere else on the map. Hitro in a bit of a hard spot, but not for long. It does seem that his enemy's ghost might just be exiting that spot. Somewhere else on the map, though, we do see some shots being taken against, or rather by, Pistola from...
Onslaught.
Yeah, that's them. That is them indeed. Pistola as well with the 8x M16, a very powerful combo. If he does have a comp on top of that M16,
Mhm.
oof, I don't want to be in those sights.
Yeah. right now. It's looking like Quarry might be very occupied as well, right?
Yeah, it's the place to go right now.
Yeah,
It
I don't know how
offers-
good it is. Do you know? Do you know if people prefer this place if the zone is ending?
Not a lot. Not a lot. It's a very powerful spot.
Yeah,
But if you play the top side, then you can be open from all the other sides of Quarry.
yeah,
If you play lower one ridge, then you're open towards a lot of places as well. You're a bit out in the open. If you play inside, though, it is very powerful because you have a lot of boxes to work with. But not a lot of teams actually heading there just yet. Jula as well with the full squad. Still doing great.
yeah. Taking these 6 houses provides a great amount of cover right now together with the UACs, but they decide to relocate now because the circle is closing in.
51 alive, and we start the late game now.
Yeah,
Insane.
the circle though, a lot of people are going to get killed off, and it's already a bit of a sandwich situation here. Taking fire from 2 fronts.
Kingwood again are going to be in between a rock and a hard place here. Gorilla Car on one side, and they have another team on the other side here. GMT takes some pot shots there. I don't know, some leaves. Maybe he's all against the Go Green movement. I don't know. Yeah, not connecting it to anyone just yet. But we do see that MBS, of course, from Team Blank. They have lost 1 member, but there's still 3 of them left. Either Velnus and Pybus are still up. Oh no, actually in Galaxy they're full squad. Team Blank
Yeah.
doing great. But they're about to have some
Encounter with EG.
yeah, they're about to have some guests in the house.
So not the greatest cover from EG right now. They haven't really made it to the tree line, and they're getting knocked out right now. 2 of them.
Yeah, absolutely bodied right now by MBS, who peeks out with the M16, but he's going to be knocked out himself by Eggy Dorp. Not Iggy Dork, mind you. Gaxy's still alive, though, going for the back flank there, and it's going to be working out just fine there. Jula might be hearing him, though. And who's going to spot who first? It's going to be Gaxy that spots the enemy there, but Jula knocks him out instead. Still alive, though. Pibe is going strong, and that's the end of their enemy squad now. Gaxy's going to have to be rest first. And I'm not even sure
he
if MBS will be
barely
rest himself.
doesn't make it. He's gonna loot the meds though.
Rip, GG. MBS will be rest, so still 3 people left for Team Blank. Not too bad.
Yeah, it would have been a tricky situation even if he got that rest on time because of the blue zone. It would have killed him. This small compound here on the downside of the mountain seems pretty okay actually right now.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be hard to approach that even with this vehicle.
Good point. It's a very, very difficult spot to try and deter away from, to try and block visibility. You can use some smokes and then get in the UAZ and try to go onto the south road there that you can see on the right side of the screen for a second.
Yeah, and this is a stage of the game where
that
you
one.
don't want to take any hits whatsoever because you're not going to be able to loot another armor piece and to replenish your broken armor. So it's important not to peek too much unless you have an advantage.
Look at G2, how spread there.
Yeah, they really are playing this. I don't know if you want to call it safe, but at least they're not, stocking all the eggs in one basket.
Yes, that is a good way to put it. But then again, they also have to play for placement. No chance to go for retaliation. As soon as they get shot on, the only thing that they can do is run, because they are alone, 1-to-1. Grip as well now. Him and his team, they've got a good angle to work with here. They're gonna be taking it easy, chilling out on that hill.
Yeah, G Lab Penguins staying strong there, not taking too many risks. Another M249 right now. That's with a level 3 helmet, which is gonna be great. A lot of people probably have broken helmets at this point.
Yep, good point.
Especially if you are a sniper like Liquid Molman, you would love that level 3 helmet to be able to peek more efficiently.
True. Do not fear that one so much. And Wacko, just as we were saying that he shouldn't be taking fights, it looks like he didn't really have a choice. He's being spotted by Kingwin, and Kingwin are going to be coming in strong. Voice phase knocked out, but he will be picked up soon.
Yeah, still 4 members remaining. It's only them and Evil Geniuses, I believe. Havo Gaming as well.
And Havo Gaming, yeah. Are we sure about this? Havo Gaming, Bikini, I think they not lose someone? We'll have a look soon enough. In the meantime, though, we do see Gorilla Core having a very, very strong position right now. All around them is a bit open, so for the next white, they're going to have to be careful on how they move out. But for now, for this white, they have a very good spot blocking everyone that comes in.
Yeah, we're seeing some mountain fights right now. You can't actually walk up some parts of this mountain. You actually need a vehicle at a certain speed, so I hope they know that. And there are some paths, but they should be blocked by other teams by now.
Yeah. And this is a Venker from team, I can't remember, who was that?
Theater of Mayhem.
Oh, very good. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, these were... Amaker was one of the duo members in the Gamecom Invitational that did really well.
Indeed. Oh, and talking about the Havu Gaming boys, they're not having an easy time indeed. It's going to be Fake Zito, Choi, and Kolda Menta coming on against them. It's going to be the GLL Penguins up against Havu Gaming, and it looks like GLL Penguins are coming out on top for just for a moment. And Silenzo going crazy these few games, man. This guy has been doing God's work, and he still has 2 of his teammates downed. But he knows that there's another enemy close to him. Actually, there's not. Kolda Menta gets killed, and Silenzo has no idea. He knows it. He knows exactly what's going on, and that is because he knows who he was fighting with. So seeing the last player being down by someone else, that means that he can safely go for the res.
Yeah, and now that not level 3, 3-store building in the middle of the quarry on the east side, it's going to be quite useful to hold the entry point. People are dying in the Harry Potter Tower, as you would call it. And right now, people are just climbing this hill and trying to get a good position, an overview of this area. G-Core members stacking up at the same place, which can be a bit dangerous.
They like to do that, G-Core. Yeah. This is in their blood. This is how they win games, and by God, they do it. They're the top team EU in a lot of confrontations right now. Gorilla Core, absolute legends.
I think this is the first time I see endgame at this place, actually.
Aquarium?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Well, it's quite an interesting area that you don't get to explore too often.
Yes, that is true. Gorilla Core still with 4 members left alive in this situation, and now we see him talking about exploring this area. You see that there's so many places of cover, little rocks, little boxes that you can use inside the quarry. But those places can be quite devastating and can be double-sided as well.
Wow, he took huge damage dropping down there, but he might have avoided being killed instead, so that was quite okay. And Vanker getting knocked out, and Austin getting picked off.
Yeah, Gorilla Core absolutely tanking everyone that tries to go towards their way. They're not allowing it. They're putting a stop to it. Haxeti does have a bit of a spot to climb on top of here. It's a nice place to come into, but Kinguin are going to be straight ahead of them, and I do think that this might be a confrontation indeed. And Silenzo, in the meantime, still doing strong, and it does look like still Havu Gaming have 4 members left alive. They're doing good, man. Them and Gorilla Core, Kinguin and Liquid actually as well. But Kinguin, as they make their way in, they're going to be facing G-Core.
Yeah, and that 3-store building is still in the center of the new circle, which is really good. As long as they don't peek any windows, they should be fine here, I feel like.
Finally, Kinguin losing 1 member. Still, they're doing better than they did before. Where we saw them leave the match. Was it on 15, I do believe, on the second match? That was their worst performance. They did a bit better for the third one this time, hoping to achieve a bit more. There then Zibita comes in closer. Ebi with that Scar and Hollow.
He's going to find the whole team of GC.
Ooh.
Oh, he doesn't want to take shots just yet.
They know.
Do they? No, they don't know.
Oh, they don't.
Oh, he almost gets him. And he gets knocked out from the side.
By Katastic, from someone else actually. From someone flanking them on the side there. Katastic will be taken down by Haxeti. Ibita will be picked up by Leighton, so this will be a fully fledged duel between G-Core and Kinguin. But G-Core, you can see they're already making their way towards the safety of the next one. Again, gatekeeping Kinguin. And this time, I don't think Kinguin can have a chance.
Yeah, we see now Liquid trying to approach that tower with vehicles. Oh, the M24-9 though. Wreaking havoc right now.
Shredding through Panda's enemies. Panda, well, no point shooting a flock of the dead horse there. He's also knocked out, so Liquid not doing good. They've sneaked their way inside this game. We've seen nothing out of them the whole freaking match. And now Liquid just coming in from the side, just trying to get themselves that triple house. Kinguin as well getting shredded by the blue. They don't have a chance but to go in here and fight it off with G-Core, who are currently on their behinds. Oh, but that nade comes in and it shreds them to pieces. Haxeti eating up a knockout. Hit roar as well, half-life to him. Jempty still full health, and he's going to be the one peeking. He's going to be the one defending his team as they get rezzed up and healed.
Yeah, Ibiza staying close to that outer line of the blue circle. Not wanting to fire at anyone at this point, being the sole survivor of Team Kinguin right now. He just wants the placement points. And this circle is still shifting towards the east, which favors Which team?
Havo Gaming,
Yeah.
definitely, absolutely. They have the house to work with here. They have the position. That Harry Potter is going to be very, very good. They can also climb a bit. And you can see that Bikini is also doing that as well. Make way, though, in counterculture.
Is
two
he
different
stuck
squads.
there? Can he get up there?
No, he can't.
I don't think he can. No,
No, he cannot.
This is one of the spots where you
Definitely
cannot actually
not.
go up by foot.
Oh, can you?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think he's
definitely.
trying to just stay alive as long as possible. And
I had an ending like this, and I couldn't get it up.
Yeah.
Get up.
happens. They
Yeah.
are rotating right now, though, away from the tower up towards the hill. There are so many good sweet spots and ridges here that you can make use of.
Yeah, and counterculture still alive there for his own team, but not for long. It looks like there
Looks-
is indeed a breach by Havo Gaming.
Ooh, there's a grenade right there, actually, and he picks it up right now, and he's gonna throw it through the small one. Oh.
There's, no?
Oh, I don't know if that hit.
Oh, but there's a counter nade coming into him. Does he
Ooh.
know this?
He's
Oh,
missing
that was
some
last
grenades, but
second, man. That
yeah.
was last second. He took the pin out of that one.
Ah,
Woo!
he's-
Potatoes! Potatoes everywhere. None connecting with their enemies. But
yeah,
Jeep
when
were
you're
still
stressed,
staying
it's not
strong.
the easiest thing to throw grenades, you know? The grenades that come into you, and, you know, you can't really count the seconds of the grenade because you're stressed, and you just
Make
sometimes.
a salad out of them.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you can do. M249 doing God's work here. Panda Ego will be forced to get out of this one, but to get out of this one will mean to get into the blue slightly. And there's Haxeti just guarding that angle there. They know exactly where their enemies are. Panda Ego not going to be having an easy time coming into this one.
Yeah, Evil Genius quite pinned, and he got knocked out by the M416 of Ensolenzo right there.
Nomi's still alive though.
Yeah, Nomi's trying to get into the bathroom, rest his teammate, and he's gonna do it safely. G-Core, though, holding that ground, not letting them out of the house.
This is it. This is G-Core basically versus Havo Gaming, and Havo Gaming have the upper hand in terms of territory, in terms of positioning.
Especially since one of the
They're doing
G-Core
good.
member has to keep an eye out on that house. At least one.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's it. So they can use that diversion to structure themselves even better. Look at them peeking like little goblins there, just poking their heads there. And first shots coming in. It's going to be Jempty taking a few of them. Mixie as well taking a little bit there. Panda Ego is going to be trying to come out of the house there, but G-Core are going to have to make their way inside the next blue. As Ensolenzo peeks on forward. He does spot his enemies close, or does he? Barely. Yes, he does now. It's going to be a one knockout by him, but Haxeti responds well with two knockouts of his own. However, Ensolenzo is going to be knocking out Haxeti himself. It's going to be G-Core coming out on top in this situation. I don't really mind putting on really, really good shots, but look at his HP. He's super, super low and needs to make his way inside and now gets knocked out. So it's just going to be Jorski and Ensolenzo to help their fallen teammate out. And actually, Jorski goes in aggressive. He's going to be knocking out one more. That AK
Wow.
shredding through his enemies. Ensolenzo with a chance to close this one. It's a 2v1 duel. Can they make it? Meteor still alive on the bottom end, but they go for the res.
Wow, with the blue being so close, they go for the res.
That's actually not bad.
And G-Core coming out now to flank, and he might get two of them. One is very low, and he gets the
Oh!
second one too.
This is a 1v1. Look at the HP on the Meteor. He's on top of things.
But he doesn't know where Bikini Model is.
Yeah, that's
Now
the-
he knows.
Oh, that was the only thing that Bikini Model could have forced himself
Oh, that
to have
side
an
peek!
advantage.
That was insane,
Oh, beautiful work out of Bikini Model. And there you go, ladies and gents. It's going to be GG game number 4 for Havu Gaming. Congratulations. And what a finish, man. What a butt
that peak.
clencher.
Yeah, that I didn't expect that peak at all. That was like, you could barely see his head on the side of that mountain, you know, getting him. It was ridiculous, actually.
Sexy.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
and they got so many kills too.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
12, 16 kills.
It was pretty crazy.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, Havu Gaming really solidifying their position. They finished twice, I think, on second place, and this time with the victory as well.
Yeah,
And so many freaking frags.
they're gonna be happy with that one.
They're looking really good right now.
It was a bit scary for them once he took out 2 members, and then it was the
Yeah,
one-on-one.
yeah, it did.
He
get
could
a bit
feel
scary.
the adrenaline at that point,
Yeah.
but he did it.
And that's how the cookie crumbled for the 4th match. We have one more to go. So don't you guys go anywhere. For me, it's been an absolute pleasure bringing you these games. I'm going to have Lothar coming in here and bring you the last match.
It was very nice casting with you, man.
Thank you, Ray. Much appreciated. It was great being here, actually, GLL. Nice place to be.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So for me, I will see you next week, no problem. But you still have some work to do with Lothar.
I have another game to cast. Yes, sir.
Yes, you do. So good luck to the boys casting the games. Good luck to the teams playing it. And, well, enjoy the show onwards this evening, I suppose. See you guys next week.